Greetings everybody. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes to show you guys my post-print, post-cure resin printing cleaning setup. So this step will be all about sanding and polishing up the resin print just before it gets painted. So right now I'm working on these little zombie busts that I printed recently, and you may have seen them on my Facebook page. So this one's almost done, but then I realized, I probably should make a video for you guys. So let's take a quick look at what we've got. So probably the most important and my favorite bit of kit is this electronic nail file. You can buy these for on eBay for about 50 bucks, and this is great. So if you're using the pure polyphenol with large resin prints, this is gonna save you a ton of time. So highly recommend you get one with adjustable speed, and this one has a detachable headpiece as well. So electricity comes from here, and the little motor is in here, and you can buy these special nail file bits. So these aren't for the Dremel, these are a lot smaller than the Dremel, but yeah, you can buy them on eBay for, you can get like a 50 pack for $20 or something, or $10. They don't tend to last very long, so you will need to replace them as they get blurred out. But I find these little circle bits, these straight bits, small circle bits, these are needle bits, flat bits, and these rosebud bits are really good as well. You get them out. Now, unfortunately, when you buy these guys, they come in a variety of packs. If I had my choice, I would just get these. So these are actually the best ones. So if you can find a pack of like 50 of these types, the rosebud ones, get them. They're the best. I'm not using them because these are actually already worn out, so I need to try and find more of these ones. Okay. So this machine also has a foot pedal. So you put that on the ground and you press it, and it controls, the bit. So really useful. So you're not, unlike a Dremel, you're not always having this motor running all the time, because if you've got a couple pieces to do, it may take you a couple hours to clean everything up. You don't want to be messing around with switching the Dremel on and off. Just put this on the ground, press the pedal, and away you go. So really, really useful. Highly recommend. The other bit of kits for cleanup are these jeweler's files, and yeah, you can buy these for eBay for really cheap as well. They come in different sets, different types, and they're like 10 bucks or something, and these do last quite a while. And if you've got like really heavy supports, or you just want to quickly rough out a bunch of supports, say on the base of a print, like here, just go in there, use these, and yeah, they'll do the job just fine on resin prints. The other kits, obviously sandpaper. So this is the 3M sanding pad, and I find the heavy or the super fine red version the best. You can go down to like really, really fine stuff. Throw these away, they're useless, you don't need them. just buy the superfine red stuff. They're the best. And obviously sandpaper. So I'm not sure what these grits are. 600 grit. So they are pretty good for just after this. This is your heavy, and then this is your heavy as well. So you can do this first, then go with this, or do this and then go with this. And then a foam pad that actually came with the electronic nail file kit. So standing pad, which is good. So you just put your sandpaper around that, hold it, and it's nice and soft. So you can get in the edges and stuff like that, in the corners. Really good. So this is actually quite handy. Bucket or plate of soapy water. It's just water with dishwashing detergent in there, and the toothbrush. So toothbrush is just important. After you've sanded everything, you're gonna get sanding particles inside the crevices. So you want to go in there and just give it a good brush. Make sure it's clean. And after you've done that, I find these really useful. So don't throw away your sauce bottles. Give them a good clean out, and make sure you label it H2O. And these are great for rinsing. So you want to try and get all the soap off it before you dry it. And then the final step is to dry the print. So give it a shake, try and shake all the water out, and obviously have a ton of paper towels handy. But to dry the print, I actually use this stuff. It's just a microfiber cloth for car washing. So you buy them really cheap as well. And I use this to dry the prints. They don't leave any lint behind, which is good. So give it a good dry. Check out all the water. Now if you do have an air compressor handy, you get in there with your airbrush and just spray all the water out of there if you want. But it's alright. Don't really need to at this stage. You want to do it when you're cleaning the print after printing, just to spray all the resin out before curing it. But yeah, water is just fine. So just leave that out to dry. Make sure it's completely dry before you paint it. That's about it for my standing post-cure print cleaning setup. I've obviously got a fume hood here as well, so I will switch this on when I'm sanding, just to try and suck out as much particles as I can. Although this is probably not strong enough for the heavy stuff, so I need to invest in a little shop vac and just set it up here. So when I'm sanding, it will actually just suck in all the resin. But it's not too bad. Having a big plate of water here also helps a lot to catch any sanded particles. This is all waterproof. You can put it in the water and sand it, and the whatever crap comes off this lands in here. It's not going to fly around everywhere. What else? Other than that, that's pretty much it. We've got a box here just full of different sanding stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. All this is all pretty cheap actually. You can buy pretty much everything for probably under $100, so which is really good. Just takes a little bit of time and effort, and you can get your print nice and clean. So once this is dry, it's ready for priming and painting. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy. Hello guys, so welcome back, and ta-da! This is basically what I've been doing for the last 4 hours today is cleaning up resin parts. Definitely not the most fun thing to be doing on a Sunday, sanding Sunday. But as you saw in the last video, I gave you guys a quick demo, a tour of my sanding setup, post-print process. So yeah, I just want to quickly show you guys the parts after they've been sanded and some of the things as well. So one thing I forgot to mention is that while you're doing all the sanding, make sure you wear a mask or a respirator. It's really important, especially with those electronic nail files. They will get the particles really fine, and that shit will get in your lungs, and you don't want that. So mask up, and I don't think it's a big deal now anyway. I think everyone should have masks. So I started off with sanding these guys. These are the actual resin casts from silicone molds of a physical polymer clay sculpture. So if you want to check out how I made those or the molds that I did, have a look on my other videos. But yeah, they came out well. Just did some quick sanding along the edges, and I'll be fixing up some magnets onto these, and I think they should look quite cool as a fridge magnet. And then moving on to the 3D print. So the helmets for the Nazi zombies have been printed, and then they were finished today. So these are, you know, pretty rough worn helmets. This is not an issue with my 3D printer. They are holes in the helmets to make them nice and grungy. So yeah, they all came out well. Minimal sanding required, since you know they're pretty rough looking anyway. But happy with those. So I'll be putting in some what do you call them, like felt tapes, just so when they sit on their head, they're not scratching. The resin isn't contacting the resin on the painted piece at the end. And then they will also lift up the helmet a little bit more as well. I'll give them a bit more depth, so that's good. Happy with that. And these are obviously Z zombie busts that I printed recently, and if you want to see more videos on this, you can. I do actually go through and show you how I clean up the prints as well after printing. But yeah, they came out well. Bit of sanding here and there, a little clean up on the support area, and so I had them orientated like this with the supports down the bottom. So obviously all the support marks will be up here, and yeah, not too bad. So in a moment I'm going to show you what you can do to get rid of these marks caused from sanding. And then these are the little Beksinski tribute masks that I sculpted a while ago, and I did actually print one out a while ago, but I decided to print two more, and then add little bracket things on the back, so you'll be able to hang these up, you know, onto a frame or something. That will look nice wherever you want it. So yeah, these were fairly easy to sand, just on the side there, a little bit down the bottom, easy peasy. These guys, so printed these models are from my mini factory. They're actual scans of models that were made in the early 19th century or something by a model maker. So these are actually quite historical, and I didn't make these. So they're actually quite cool, and I really like these models. They look really nice. So yeah, they'll be printed up, painted up soon. So moving right ahead, I want to show you guys how to seal your models or prep your models for painting. So after sanding, you're going to get these white marks. So these are basically just scratch marks on the surface of the resin. Now obviously I didn't sand everything, so there's going to be a difference in the surface finish of the area that have been sanded and haven't been sanded, right? So quite simply, to get rid of that and to prep your resin model for printing, this is the product that I use. So it's Dulux Duramax plastic primer. So these, I think it's about $16 for a can, a big can like this. They last quite a while, and you basically just spray one coat on the outside and one coat on the inside, and that seals the plastic and gets it ready for painting. Now, if you wanted to leave your model natural colored like that, I would still also use this first, because spraying this will get rid of these white marks usually, and then the best matte sealer or finish coat that I've found for resin print is this stuff, Krylon matte finish. I love this stuff. It's expensive. It's probably $25 a can in Australia, so these are all Australian dollars. But the finish you get on this is the best. You basically, it stays matte, stays pretty much as matte as this stuff here, but it gives you a protective finish against scratches, and also is UV resistant. So depending on where you're planning to keep these sculptures or resin prints, if they're going to be sitting in the sun all the time, you might want to do 2-3 coats, but generally one coat of this is enough, and I can't recommend this stuff enough. It's really good. So that'll be the next thing that we do here. Is I'll be in the next couple of days I'll be spraying the plastic primer, and then waiting probably overnight, and then hitting it either with the matte primer, or just going ahead with painting, spraying a grey primer on things. So yeah, I mean, pretty busy day, but I think it all worked out well. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.